global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings. Today we have a trending news for you, and the headline reads, again Professor Wole Soyinka cries out, the Igbos want Biafra, the North wants Igbos to exit, the Yorubas also want Igbos to leave. See details, but before we go into the full details and further analysis, we would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button below. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Okay, let's go straight into the news of the day by Wole Soyinka. I said the Igbos want Biafra, the North wants Igbos to exit, the Yorubas want Igbos to exit. The Igbos are saying we have investment in your areas and cannot leave them. And the fight is being cooked. Governors are sharing ballot funds. Governors are sharing bailout funds. Workers' salaries are not paid. Government officials have their children schooling abroad. Ministers and senators are looting the funds. The poor Hausa man is riding Okada. The poor Igbo man is riding Okada. The poor Yoruba man is riding Okada. The poor Hausa man sleeps under the bridge as Amajiri. The poor Yoruba man sleeps under the bridge as Alaye. The poor Igbo man sleeps under the bridge as Agberu. It is pertinent to note that the poor from all ethnic groups in Nigeria have everything in common, and so is the rich. Do not allow the agitation of an Igbo man who lives in UK or United States of America for Biafra cause the killing of an Igbo man in Adamawa State. The problem in the country is not the agitation of any group, but the unity of the elite and the disunity of the masses. How many times have you taken your agitation to question your local government chairman? Why have you not asked your governors through agitation how they spent bailout funds strong? Why have you not agitated against that government official whose mansions you go to beg for help? Sad to note, all the governors love themselves, all the past presidents love themselves, all the senators love themselves, all the top government officials love themselves, all the looters love themselves. Why can't you and I love ourselves? Why can't we combine effort and fight them? Why do we fight ourselves? Why do we allow them the freedom we don't have? Remember, a good Nigeria is better than a good Arewa or a good Oduduwa or a good Biafra. One love, Nigeria. Professor Wole Soyinka again speaks. Well, that's the news. He's telling us that this whole thing is not about a particular ethnic group. It's about our corrupt leaders. But before we go into this whole analysis of what he meant by corrupt leaders and how they seem to love themselves, let's feed the pulse of Nigerians over this matter. This one here is saying, all we want is freedom. That's all. And why did you people need us? But what we are saying is that we don't need you people. Is it by force? We don't want to be together again. This one here is saying, Prof, you know the fundamental truth, but you are shying away from it. Confederation or staying apart is the solution. The unitary government in practice breeds monkey they chop, baboon they walk. Politicians are the monkeys while the masses are the baboons. This one here is saying, Oga, I don't think your advice is right. What is one Nigeria? What is unity in Nigeria? If truly you are the one that wrote this, I want to say you made a mistake. Why? Because you are one of those that worked hard to make sure Goodluck Jonathan was removed from the office simply because he's not from the north or west. Now you are talking about one Nigeria. You in particular do not like Igbos. Do you like Igbo? I think you people are afraid of Biafra. Say the truth. Well, one young man here is actually speaking his mind and is actually referring to Professor Wole Soyinka, just asking a question that does Wole Soyinka, does he truly like the Igbos? But let's continue. This one I say nonsense, because Biafra will give me the chance to excel. God punish and break Nigeria. I hate Nigeria. People are beginning to speak their mind. This one I say, sir, it's too late to say that. After all the real people who profess that unity is Igbos, I know some idiot will not agree with me. But I will explain it. An Igbo will leave his land and go to another man's land, establish, invest in that state. There's no place in this country you will not find an Igbo man, and we live there in peace. Now tell me, sir, who is professing that unity? If you ask me, let's continue. Then we'll look into our analysis, my own point of view. This one here saying what Professor said is true, but Professor forget something. Professor forget that is really a hindrance to the poor uniting them amongst themselves. It is the homogeneous nature of Nigeria which the rich or elite are exploiting. For example, despite President Muhammad Buhari's dismal performance in office, the Northerners are still supporting him. Even when Obasanjo was in office, the Yorubas were solidly behind him. In the face of glaring incompetence, Northerners will never join the South to remove a sitting Northern president, and vice versa. The only way we can hold the leaders accountable is to bring power close to the people by decentralizing power to the federal unit through restructuring. Apart from the secession thing, this is nearly the best suggestion I've seen in this whole trend. Why they will continue to exploit is because the power belongs to the central, and there will always be ethnicity when the ethnic card will be playing each time any president from any ethnic group comes to play. Whether you will like it or yes, that particular ethnic group will support their leader to the last. Let's be truthful to ourselves. That thing is a good write-up that Professor Soyinka said. Theoretically, it's a lovely write-up. Practically, it's almost not possible. Why can the poor unite? If the elite are united and having fun, how can the poor unite? They are exploiting you. How will you be happy? But let's continue anyway. This way I say, please, whoever is the author of this piece, it is Igbo, not Igbo. Okay, it is Igbo, not Igbo. The one, but that really is not an important issue if you ask me. Igbo is, at least we're trying to understand he's trying to say something, and you're understanding what he's saying. To me, that's the message, content is the most important thing. Forget the way the person writes the English, but if he's communicating, I think to me it's okay. This one here is saying, Oga, you lied. Remember the proverb that says, my own is my own, our own is our own. Biafra is my own, Africa is our own. If you don't understand, tell me why you leave your papa house to build your own. Why can't you remain in your papa house? Why did you build your own house? Okay, saying that Nigeria is our own, but Biafra is my own. Okay, that's why I say these people have one thing in common: the oath of secrecy to suck the blood of poor Nigerians and throw banana to them as monkeys by starving them to use them whenever they need them again. So how do you want a hungry man to love themselves? Which is very true. Very true. We say because he's a professor of literature, he thinks he can use his literary stylistics to bamboozle us into misunderstanding his evil intention of Achebe. Evil intentions. If Achebe, that China Achebe or Ojukwu had been alive today, you wouldn't have gotten the nerve to write this trash. Very, very cunning man. Wow. Okay. So yes, saying, Prof, you always earn my respect, and you have done it again. However, your speech could have earned you another award if it was delivered in Washington DC or Oxford University, where men love and strive after the truth, where thoughts and the blind are not the leaders of the deprived, famished citizens. But alas, sir, not in Nigeria, where the bribed is looked up to, the robber will praise and reverend to fill the belly, feed his family, and get access to the loot. Profs and Nigerians are too preoccupied with what they can loot from Nigeria than to have the reasoning capacity that could help them to understand that we only have two tribes in the world: the tribe of the haves and the tribe of the have-nots. Let there be Enugu Republic. Let there be Federal Republic of Oyo. Let there be Sokoto Republic. Let the struggle for survival and dominion between the haves and the have-not continue, and even stiffer. Prof, they can't understand. How many of them read Animal Farm? empty barrel makes the most noise, sir. God help Nigeria. Well, it's the truth anyway. We have the haves and the have-nots, and the truth of the matter is, in as much as a particular sector is marginalized, they will always crave for their own. I'm not saying that Prof is totally right, but I see some level of truth in what Prof is saying. Professor Wole Soyinka is saying. A lot of Igbos have their property scattered everywhere. Please hear me out, guys. Let me just see my mind the way it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I will see it the way it is in my mind. If you want to talk about unity, to tell you the truth, even the Bible says, where your treasure is, that's where your heart is. Wherever your treasure is, that's where your heart will be. If an Igbo man will have the mind to leave his father's house, leave his kindred, leave his state, and move to somewhere like Oyo State and build an edifice there, will leave his father's place, his fatherland, and go to Lagos State and build a factory, a company there. Will leave his father's land and go to Kanu, Kaduna, to open a warehouse, shops, fleet of shops with branches everywhere in the north. Don't you think he's one person that believes in the one Nigeria? He leaves his home. He believes, if I'm not in Igbo land as Ali Igbo, and I go to the north and build a factory of my own, it's still our place. It doesn't still matter. He goes about develop Alaba International. He believes it doesn't matter. Lagos is still our home. He leaves that place. He goes to Opiweka. It's still, thank God, Opiweka still even the Ali Igbo is even in Biafra land. He leaves that place. Okay, no, let's go to Agbowo somewhere in Ibadan or your state. He said, okay, let's have that Agbowo shopping complex. Let me take like 4 or 5 shops in that Agbowo shopping complex opposite UI there. And it takes 2 or 3 shops. He opens a shop and is known. Andy Pharmacy. His pharmacy is the most renowned pharmacist in that area. He establishes a place, makes that place habitable, the major supplier of good drugs in that area. And you say he's not thinking of unity? He practically practices unity. Because where his property is, he will be there more often. He will likely develop that place much more. If there's anyone who have been more united than any other tribe, has been an Igbo man. Even so much that the white will tell you, if you go to a place and you do not see a Nigerian, particularly an Igbo man, please don't go, that place is not habitable. That's to tell you how liberal they see themselves. And now you marginalize them. They now said no more. They want to come home. And you are saying it is a case of have and they have not. I think they have been marginalized enough. If you really want this whole thing, they shouldn't have allowed it to get to this level of them realizing within themselves that looks like these people are taking us for a ride. You know, when a man who is very liberal keeps playing the fool, playing to the gallery, the day his head will enter factory reset, honestly, he will swear never to do it again. A man who's very liberal, don't take it for granted, because the day he will discover himself, his no is going to be an emphatic no. I don't know how Nigeria will do it. I noticed to a great extent, because if you check very well, if you want to go APC, PDP, towns begin to kill themselves. Go and check when they go to their governance forum. Go and check whenever their children are getting married, and see the way they treat themselves when they meet themselves. It will shock you. They practically hug themselves. All those practices, all these things you see, it is the followers, the touts that fight and kill themselves. The governors and their aides, they have a way around themselves. When they see themselves in public places, they chat like good friends. That's to tell you that this whole thing to them is just mere politics. It's just about the fun. It's all about the looting. It's all about self-love. They don't even love their people. You are shouting, Buhari is doing this, Buhari is that, they're marginalizing us. Well, then what would you say about the fact that practically the former governor of Imo State practically finished the coffers of Imo? What happened? Is he also a northerner? Is he not an Igbo man? We all know these things. But the truth is the common man feels marginalized. and he wants something better. At least by the time they go for their Biafra, they will now know who to hold accountable for their misfortune. Right now, as it is, if you want to hold Abakari accountable, they don't know how to get. Arewa will get mad. Don't you ever touch any of our leader. For what? Are you mad? Are you crazy? That's what you hear. But if it is in Biafran land and their leader decide to become wonderful, they know how to hold him accountable. As it is right now, it's a bit difficult because it has gone this bad. But that's my take on it. What do you think?